Hmm. Can I hear it from last 3 rows? Hmm. All right. So, shall we begin? Do I have your permission to start? Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Siddhi, and I'm a spiritual energy activation coach, healer, and a card reader. In the last 5 years' time, I've empowered more than 11,000 people in whichever capacity that I could. Today, thank you so much. Today I'm going to be speaking about something really important we all need to hear. It is a voice. And sometimes we are conditioned not to listen to what this voice is saying. No matter how we ignore it, it keeps coming back to us, sometimes nudging us, sometimes inspiring us, but always with us. Call it intuition, gut feeling, or your instinct. I want to ask, before I move forward and tell more about this, I want to ask all of you, have you ever hit your eureka moment when you were doing something very regular, mundane, routine? Maybe you were just having your shower and an idea just popped up in your mind, like poof. And this is what you exactly needed. You wanted an idea like that and it just came up. Have you experienced that? Yes. Yes? That, my friends, is called intuition. But today we live in a world of data, of technology. We believe in reasoning with our conscious mind. Then from where does this voice just suddenly come in? And it may not be backed with any kind of conscious reasoning, but it is still very nudging, it is still very much there. Would you like to know what goes behind in the creation of intuition? Yes. Awesome. In our brain, there are two very important parts. One is called basal ganglia. The other one is called ventromedial prefrontal cortex. Now let me make this simpler for you. These two put together make a system. They process all the data your brain has collected so far. They analyze it. They run a few checks through your value system and many other things that your brain has stored within split and nanoseconds. And they produce a thought as a result of what it collected and is aligned with your value system. And in a split second or nanosecond, you have a thought that is so intriguing, that is so gripping, that you are inspired to do something or not do something. Let me talk about a few facts. There's a research psychologist called Gary Klein. He conducted a research with firefighters. And what he found out? He found out that the senior and the most seasoned firefighters, when came to taking a split-second decision, did not depend on calculations or conscious reasoning. They depended on something very deep and is almost at unconscious level, deep level understanding. This is called intuition built with years and years of experience. I'll talk about one more experiment. There's something called as Iowa gambling task, where a lot of people were given cards and a test was performed. So even before people knew that they were making better decisions with their gut feeling, using gut feeling, they started using their gut feeling to make better decisions. You know why and how? The brain is also designed to analyze risk factors even before they come in front of you. And this is how your gut feeling sometimes tells you that, hey, please do not do this, or let's go ahead and do this. Have we all had those gut feelings telling us that, please stop doing this, or let us go ahead and do this, right? Yes. Yes. So all these, whether you call them intuition or gut feeling. I'm going to be making it way simpler for you to be understanding what is intuition. It is a deep level understanding that does not require conscious reasoning. So what is it built with? Years and years of experience. Every experience that you have or collect in your life, it contributes to building up your intuition. Apart from that, your value system, it is always aligned with your value system. The plethora of data you have collected as a human mind or human brain is also used. And when it gets processed through an innate brain structure that you have, it presents to you a thought, a deep level understanding that sometimes tells you not to do something, sometimes tells you or inspires you to do something, and also guides you towards what you could do next. That is the kind of intuition's power. A lot of people believe that it is a mystical power, but it is not. Intuition is with everyone and it can be developed. So how many of you would like to know how can we develop our intuition? All right. So there are a couple of things that you just very simply need to do in your everyday life to empower your intuition. First is make a collection of experiences. The more you go out and meet people, the more experiences you will collect. Now, all you need to do is reflect these experiences upon your personal experiences. And there you will be sharpening your intuitions. Second thing that I truly believe in doing is creating space for this innate ability to be thriving and being nurtured inside of us. What do we do to really create this thriving atmosphere? It is all about calming your mind, and it is all about listening to this inner voice. How can you calm your mind? You can use something like meditations. You can go amidst the nature, listen to the birds chirping, close your eyes, even if it means only 2 minutes. But it creates space. I would like to bring forward something that I experienced as a child. When I was a child, my father used to take me and my sister on a weekly visits to a jungle. And he used to find us a very beautiful spot where we could sit. He would inspire us to close our eyes and simply observe sometimes our breathing, sometimes our atmosphere, but largely observe what is going on inside of us. At first, I would have a lot of mind chatter going on, but very soon I found out that there was some creativity coming up that inspired me to do something great at my projects, my school projects, and other things that I really needed in my life. So every time I would sit and think about, I need an answer for this, I would go deep inside the state. I would quiet my mind, start taking a few deep breaths, and there, sometimes the idea pops up like that. So all you need to do in terms of quieting your mind is sometimes take those deep breaths, and sometimes take help of going to nature, going out there, and quieting your mind. If you think any other breathing or meditative practices would help you, you can take their support, such as pranayam, such as just simply observing your breathing when you are sitting with something in your head for which you need an answer. One more thing I would like to suggest all of you do is learning to trust in this process and learning to trust your intuition. Sometimes we feel it is just our imagination. Sometimes we think it is a wishful thinking, and we are designed or we are conditioned to let go of all these thoughts because we cannot reason with them. And that's why we do not end up listening to them. But what if you were to just acknowledge this thought once? What if you were to just note it down once that on this particular day, I was inspired to do something like this, and go back to this when you actually make it happen and see in how many days you really made it. This is one of the ways you will learn to trust your intuition, and that will inspire more guidance from your inner self, from your brain. Intuition is something that does not need reasoning. And that's why to make smarter decisions, you need to back it up. Back it up with some kind of reasoning. A lot of renowned businessmen today are known to be taking intuitive decisions. They not only depend on data and calculations, they are also getting inspired from within that, hey, I want to be doing this. And I'm going to put my 100% effort to go ahead and make it happen. Hey, I'm inspired to do something like that. So they are depending on their intuition to guide them to go ahead and achieve that particular thing. In fact, it's not a surprise that the great Albert Einstein, he attributed the credits to intuition for a lot of his groundbreaking activities. He said that this is a sacred gift that we all have achieved, received, and because of this, he could get a lot of groundbreaking ideas. So, and one more thing that you would want to do is that be creative, play, engage in any activity which could be art or creative. You can just pick up a song, start learning to sing, learn some dance, or take out your old paint brushes and don't think about I'm going to be painting this or that, just get into painting. And you will inspire this ability to come forward more and more through your art. So before I conclude today and take your leave, I would like to inspire all of you to take a moment, a few deep breaths, and allow this inner voice of yours to come forward from time to time. All you need to do is dedicate about 2 minutes. I've known of many renowned business people, artists, innovators, scientists who have used this ability to create exceptional wonders in the world. And if you are the next, I'm sure this is going to come very, very handy. So thank you so much. Namaste.